you know.
Right, you've been doing a Respect FC campaign for the FA with Razor Ruddock. We have a clip of it. Let's see.
This is where the clip is.
He's frightening. Football fans, the beautiful game. I'm looking around, and I've got to tell you, it's not looking all that beautiful at the moment.
Don't look at me! Move! Pass the ball to another player!
Gobby morons are giving it this and that at everyone and everything.
How many goals have you let in this season? Where are you going? What are you looking at, you birds? What are you looking at?
You know, the frightening thing about that is most of that wasn't in the script. They basically just said to Ruddock, just go and do some angry stuff, and that was it. That was all he needed, yeah. And that was fine on camera, but what he didn't see was about 3 hours of Ruddock still being like that, even when the cameras weren't running. He's the sort of bloke that does, you know, some blokes that are a lot bigger than you do sort of pretend fighting, but it still hurts a bit. Yeah. He kept doing those where he go, this is a bit of a laugh, isn't it, mate? And you think, actually, you think that is quite funny, but you have dislocated my knee, unfortunately.
He has done it here. He's done it when he went over and he kicked him.
He's one
really hard between the legs.
He does do that. His sense of humour is mostly sort of inflicting wounds, unfortunately. And he's well over 10 times the size of me, so it's
that's more difficult to tour than your type of comedy, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
To go around town kicking people.
If my tour rather than just turning up in Chesterfield and punching people in the face, then I'm not sure we'd... having said that, who knows? As I say, I'm on Twitter. If the people of Derbyshire tell me that's what they want, I'm happy to change up my material for a night. But no, I think if Ruddock did a sort of a tour of violence, I think it might attract some interest, yeah. He doesn't mean anything by it, he's just one of these people, he just will hurt people.
Is he the right person then for this campaign, which is to stop the ugly side of football?
I think they basically thought, who can we get that represents everything that's awful about football? Ruddock Tremaine.
Careful, he'll turn up here.
It's him and Savage, and I think the idea is, you know, reformed characters, that's the sort of thing. I'm not sure how reformed Razor is, though, because he was talking about players that he'd gone out to deliberately try and kick in his career. He said, Andy Cole, I broke his legs once. I was like, all right. And he said, best bit was, ref wave play on, wasn't even a foul. And it's one of these anecdotes that someone tells you, like, it's meant to be sort of darkly funny, but I was just going, right, this is horrible, Ruddock. And I said, so what did you have against him? And he said, just didn't like him. Fair enough, I'd have done the same, Neil. Yeah, but that's the thing. If he can be like that and still support good behaviour in football after, then anyone can. That's basically the thing is, if Ruddock and Savage can do it, so can anyone. Savage is the second most booked player ever, I think, or something like that.
Who's the most booked?
Savage again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. You had the honour of doing the FA Cup draw last week.
My heart's just slowing down now.
I did the third round draw. It's brilliant.
It's unbelievable,
you went all posh.
Ooh. Well, I resent that, Helen. We can't all just turn up at Wembley and still be talking like a Devonian. I mean, when you say all posh, you mean I had a suit on or I was talking posh?
No, you went all posh. I watched... I've got to admit, I physically couldn't watch it because Torquay had been knocked out by Crawley, and look what happened.
I know, I'm really sorry about that, by the way.
But I saw, good, thanks for the apology. You know how that feels?
Well, I do, because we haven't had a cup run since we got to the final, which is 1909. If I was...
great times.
Yeah, wonderful year. But if I was physically sick every time we went out of the cup, I'd never be out of bed.
No, but this,
you know?
this
was a horrible one, because everyone was going,
a big one and
Crawley, yeah.
But I saw the start of it when Jim said hello to you, and you went all posh and started enunciating because you were on proper telly doing something important.
Yeah, well, that's right,
It's the Rosenthal effect.
It is, yeah. You see Rosenthal and you think, I better behave here. He's got a suit on. Also, remember, again, I was next to Ruddock. You're likely to try and talk and you'd be on your best behaviour. But you're right. I suppose if you spent a bit of time on ITV4, then suddenly you're on the actual FA Cup draw, you sort of raise your game a little bit, Something about it, you know, because we all grew up watching the FA Cup draw and it was all really old men rummaging in the bags. Birmingham City, so you pretty much, you go up about 3 levels of poshness just because you don't feel like you're ready to do the cup draw.
And you did tweet after, you said, I can die happy now I've done the FA Cup draw. It is true, it does fill you with enormous sense. I've done that. Yeah,
well, having said that, I've revised that. I'm pleased that I did the draw, but I don't want to die.
Okay, that's good.
Mark Watson, everybody.
Haven't died before. Listen.